Hi there, Vicky Tang here. Now, if you look forward, you can see there are two appendages on the side of my instrument panel, and that is a mount, BMW mount for a screen. Now, recently I spoke to a very nice chap who offered to sell me his screen mount along with a sports screen, OEM BMW sports screen, and an OEM tour or touring screen. It was tempting, but I just didn't have the cash to do it. So after a while, what he actually did, he come back to me and said, well, what I could do is sell you the mount and one of the screens for a reduced price. What I'll do is send you both screens and you can try them both and keep the one you like, which is incredibly generous. So yeah, I got both screens and they're in the top box. So what I'm going to do is get on the motorway for a junction or two. First of all, just ride without the screen, just to remind myself of what I'm dealing with while riding a naked bike. And I'll pull over, I'll fit the lower screen, and I'll be looking particularly for turbulence and buffeting and noise. After that, I'll pull over again, fit the touring screen, the tall screen, and we'll do the same. What I've got to watch out for is not to be confused by turbulence from passing traffic, namely vans and trucks. They can have an effect. And I think what I feel now is pretty standard. Let's just get past these trucks. The pressure of the wind is pretty constant, pretty strong. It does tug me left and right a little bit around my body, around my torso. My head, my helmet is being moved around a little bit. It's being pulled around a little bit, but I've been on worse fared bikes for turbulence. And what I'm going to do, just to rule out the direction of wind as best I can, is go to the next junction, turn around, come back before I fit the next screen. Yeah, so what I'm feeling now is pretty much what I'm used to. And the thing is, I have got used to it, so I don't think about it too much. Look at the state of this car. So, thinking about it though, being a bit objective about it, yeah, I do get jostled around a little bit. Right, yes, now, will this little thing make any difference at all? That's the question. Doesn't look like it'll do much, does it? So here is the standard sports screen. Very curious to see if there's going to be any difference. Okay, there's a bit of a gap around me now, and my first comment is there does feel a bit more, I think there's a bit more kind of bubbly turbulence at the top of the crash helmet. Not sure yet. Now it does feel like there's actually less pressure on my shoulders actually. It does feel like there's a bit less push there. And maybe on the front face, on the front bit of my helmet, less pressure as well. What I referred to as bubbly turbulence, not so sure about it now. It might be that you get that turbulence at 70-ish, but it might go away when you go a bit higher. Is it any quieter? Doesn't feel any quieter really. If anything, it might be a hair louder. It might be that part of the reason for my comment about buffeting was maybe the wind. Maybe that changed direction a little bit, because for some reason the ride back my helmet does feel calmer. I don't quite understand that. There seems to be less buffeting now. this doesn't feel too bad at all. I mean, this does feel better. So now I've got slightly clearer vision because my helmet's not being pulled around, and I've got less pressure on the shoulders. That's a good combo. And yeah, it does feel a little bit quieter as well. So yeah, at the risk of repeating myself, sorry, the trip down Ultimate didn't really feel that much better apart from the reduced pressure on the shoulders. So I did like that, but the helmet wasn't really any different. And what ultimately I'm looking for is a quieter, more comfortable ride for my head and the crash helmet. For some reason on the ride back, it felt a lot calmer. So I suppose that is wind dependent. I don't really know, but certainly an improvement over the Naked with this screen on the way back. Okay. And here is what I think BMW call, oh, there you go, BMW call the touring screen. And you can see that's quite a bit taller. So which one looks better from a standstill? Answers on a postcard or comments down below. Thank you. Let's see what the big boy's got for us. Okay, you might be able to even hear it. I am not doing two junctions like this. The turbulence is massive in my crash helmet. That's easily the worst of the lot. In fact, I want to slow down. If I sit upright, it's a bit better, but if I was sitting in the position I was sitting on the other two attempts, then it's nasty. At this point, I've got to say that these results are very much dependent on your body shape and size. I would have put at the beginning of the video my stats, but I'm 1.70 m or 5'7". So if you're a lot taller or smaller than me, you're going to get a different effect. If you've got narrower shoulders or bigger shoulders, you're going to get a different effect. But for me, unfortunately, this screen's a non-starter. So that's that sorted. But I've got to get home now, so I shall see you guys in another video. Take care, see ya. Ready? Ready?